Hello, and welcome to Rosa Laura. If this is your first time visiting the channel, it's so lovely to meet you. And if you're returning, it's so delightful to have you back. My name is Rosa. I'm a digital artist, and today I'm working on a piece of Diana and Naga. Diana is my player character from a Lancer campaign. Specifically, we call it the Sickening Stars. And Naga is an NPC played by our wonderful DM, as always, who is very special to Diana. It might be a little bit of a stretch to call them partners, but certainly more than friends. Perhaps the one and only true situationship I've ever seen at the table. But Naga was recently in a rather scary place. Naga is part of the Crate Crew, which is a Horus cell, and they oftentimes have worked with us as a Lancer group to help get things done around station. And we've oftentimes relied on the Crate Crew in times of distress or when we need specific technical expertise. When you help out Lancers, sometimes that comes with a price. And this time it was the Crate Crew that unfortunately had to pay that price. Naga and her group, the Crate Crew as a whole, were attacked by a group that doesn't like them very much, the Cousins, the remnants, or should I say, former victims of a horror cell that took over the mantle of Gigi Uncle in order to exact their revenge on the Horus agents still out there. When we told the members of the Cousins that we weren't going to keep their secret about Uncle, they went after our local Horus cell. That Horus cell was in the process of doing something for us, namely holding an agent that we needed to be held, but the Cousins ended up shooting blindly into the Crate Crew shuttle, severely injuring all of the members of the Crate Crew. Weasel was completely taken out of commission, though he is in recovery. Ferret was hurrying around the shuttle just trying to keep everybody else alive, and Naga's spinal was completely severed. Naga has a cybernetic spine that allows for them to move, and when their spine was severed, the cybernetics disconnected, they were essentially trapped motionless within their own body. And if we hadn't have shown up and checked on them when we did, they could have suffered a terrible fate, death by dehydration and starvation. And Weasel probably would have died from complications, and Ferret might have as well. So I'm very glad that we showed up when we did. Naga is a very proud person. She doesn't like to be on the back foot, and throughout the campaign we have seen her as threatening and indomitable, an utter presence on the station. So seeing them in this position, vulnerable and scared, was really hard. And after we got the spinal reconnected and Naga was able to properly communicate with us again, well, they weren't in a really good place. For a while, she just wanted to be alone, and Diana took watch from the doorway of their room. But a couple hours later, when Diana decided that she should probably leave and let Naga have their time in peace, they called her back and asked to be held and to be comforted. Diana and Naga already had a kind of relationship. Diana trying to convince them that things could be better on station if everybody just worked together, and Naga perhaps reticently, or very reticently, not really wanting to take that chance on hope. This moment felt like both a triumph and a setback. The Crate Crew have been trying to trust and have been helping around Tau Ceti, and because they trusted us as Lancers, we were able to help them, but they were still hurt by an outside force, even if that hurt was in its own way justified, considering the Cousins' past. And I wanted to depict the scene where Naga finally lets Diana hold her. And I think with the delicate placement of the oval frame and the two of them embracing in the center, it shows that tenderness, the vulnerability, and the hope that maybe tomorrow will be better. I want to thank my patrons who helped me make art, but especially Banjo, Confocal Clips, Deator, and Fire Pit. Without them, I don't get to explore these kinds of things. And of course, you. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. You can click another video on the screen. And of course, if you like what I do, you can support me on Patreon. And remember, it's all gonna be okay. See you next time.